Hello, everybody, and welcome to us revisiting an episode of a series that we did all the way back in March. But I thought about it, and I was like, oh, hey, that was a good thing. And people on YouTube, you all liked it. So if you like this and you want to see more of it, be sure to let us know in the comments. This is 3 decks where we each build a deck around a specific card. This is to showcase different uses for a card and to also showcase our own deck building styles, because somehow, even if it's around the same card, the decks are still distinctly us.
Yes.
Which is really interesting.
I just looked at Travis's deck and changed 3 cards.
I did too. So the card, as suggested by our patrons, was Shining Trapezohedron. If you don't know what this does, good for you. It's a 1-cost 4 experience item relic asset that takes up the accessory slot. It commits for a brain, a book, and a foot. And as a reaction, when you would pay the cost of a spell card, exhaust Shining Trapezohedron. Instead, test Brain X, where X is that card's resource cost. If you succeed, its resource cost is considered paid. If you fail, cancel the plane of that card without paying any of its cost, including its action cost, and for the remainder of the round, you cannot play copies of that card. So we were tasked with building a deck each from 19 to 39 experience. And
how much experience you guys used?
I used all 39.
I used 29.
I used 39 as well. I wanted to go over how absolutely miserable this card is to deck build with before we get into the decks, though. So first of all, this card costs 4 experience and it's purple. So who can play this card? It's purple investigators that aren't married, and also Ursula. Also, it only helps you pay the cost of spell cards. So you need to have an abundance of spell cards available for this to be worth it. So that basically rules out Ursula.
Yep.
So we just have like mystics who can play this, which is
but
fine.
like 3 years in the future, Ursula, it'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
We keep just getting like a couple of yellow spells every cycle.
Yeah, and of note, this is Travis. Travis chose the card from the list.
I regret it.
This was Travis realizing this after the card was chosen.
Yeah, it's me trying to build my deck and realizing how awful it is. Anyway, so then this takes up our accessory slot, which is like not a big deal on its own. Except that this card also wants us to test Brain X and pass those tests for the most part, which is like the accessory slot is typically where you get your brain boost as a mystic up to 5 or 6.
Diana.
Yeah, cuts out that. And then this card wants to be your economy. So part of your deck needs to like be able to dig this out if you're going to rely on it for your economy. Mm-hmm. And then also you need to like find something to do with the money you're not spending on your spells now. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of things that need to go into a deck to make it playable. Mm-hmm. And I don't... It's too many things.
Yeah, because then you also need to, like, this was a concern when I was building mine. I was like, I need to find it too.
Yeah.
Right? So like luckily it's an item, so there's a lot of ways to find it.
You need to have a way to find it, or you need to play other economy cards in your deck. But if you're doing that, why are you playing this?
Yeah.
Well,
with all that said, should we get into our deck? Should we start with you, Travis? Should we start with yours, or want to end with yours?
Well, let's end it fine.
Okay, we should start with Travis's before we show the decks that we copied from Travis's deck.
No.
Because also mine doesn't exactly use Trapezohedron. It does, but it also doesn't.
Mine only has 1 Trapezohedron.
Yeah, mine only has 1 as well. Mine only has 1.
Mine has 2.
I'll start because mine is like the least Trapezohedron deck that exists out there. Okay. So I built an Agnes deck. And the reason this came to me is because when I was reading Shining Trapezohedron, I saw if you fail, cancel playing that card without paying its cost, including its action. So then I thought, is there something that I could do to, like, do that? And then that's when I thought of drawing thin with Agnes. So this thing is pretty simple. It can still play your spells. Like, we have a lot of cheap spells as well that we can take advantage of. Blinding Light, Read the Signs, Spectral Razor, and then Brand of Cthulhu, Earthly Serenity.
Ward of Protection too.
Yeah, Ward of Protection as well. Like, all these things are still playable with it. But ultimately, the goal in this deck is to get Shining Trapezohedron out, and then use that to kind of like build our very own little draw engine.
Dude, I didn't realize you have to exhaust the Trapezohedron.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect my deck anyway, but like, holy shit.
So when I was looking at this, I was like, so now if I have 2 drawing thins out, which we can probably get to, like, if you get 1 drawing thin, like, even at the start of the game, like, you're not, like, obviously you keep the Trapezohedron, but you're also keeping the drawing thins in your opening hand.
Yeah.
You can find the other one pretty easily. Yeah. And then, like, especially, like, this Rite of Seeking is here mostly because we can make a brain 8 test and not pass it. Because the worst thing we can do in this deck is accidentally play something off our Shining Trapezohedron.
Well, you didn't mean to.
Yeah. So, like when we didn't mean to. So this is like, now like it gives us resources to play for our cards, but I think this is less about the resource side of it. Because like, if you really want to play something, you can just do it, right?
Wait, you can just take resources off your drawing then.
Yeah, but this is also just like a way to get essentially 3 actions a turn, but also still activate Drawing Thin each turn. And now you might be thinking, Justin, you can also do that with the shoes in Agnes as well, the track shoes. Yeah, but we also could do it with Shining Trapezohedron in this deck building series about building around Shining Trapezohedron.
Also pay for experience and accessory slot
Yeah.
for the privilege.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do with it? Like, play Heirloom of Hyperborea?
Yeah. Yeah, because like also like Agnes, like as you were saying, she has
Holy Rosary.
5 brain.
That's not in the deck.
Which is still like a good number. I actually, in one of my early iterations, I had Crystal Pendulum and a Relic Hunter. But then I said, fuck it. No, we're just gonna... She has 5 brain. We have Pete Sylvester, who will help us, get the brain boost.
Here to help.
Yeah. For helping us find it as well, I have 1 of Backpack. I don't think I needed 2. I had 2 of this for a bit, but then I thought I can go to 1 pretty okay because we have a lot of card draw. Scroll of Secrets 0 isn't fantastic card draw, but we can hit it off the Backpack and help us find more. And then also Scroll of Prophecies to further draw and hit it.
Yeah, Scroll of Secrets is very similar to getting to play Ancestral Recall, which is one of the most powerful cards in Magic the Gathering.
It's true.
Except not. It's like worse in most ways.
I do love how the Shining Trapezohedron could be a Holy Rosary, and this deck would probably be better.
Yeah, dude, I could play Dark. I could play Dark Memories.
You scuff the test on that, and you're just like, oh. Guess I'll take 2 horror.
Oh, what a flex on the game. Yeah, the downside of drawing with Agnes a lot is that you have to you'll probably see your Dark Memory 2 or 3 times. But luckily Peter Sylvester will help with that. We have a Forbidden Knowledge because it's just good in Agnes. Promise of Power because it's one of the best skills printed.
Yeah.
And then I also put one of the new Scarlet Keys one where you can place half of the charges back on an asset.
Yeah, sure, man.
For this Brandicathuga, because I think putting 5 charges on a Brandicathuga seems pretty sick. So yeah, that's my 3 decks served by Shining Trapezohedron deck. Also as well, I did the upgraded emergency caches just because them replacing themselves is really good in Mystic as well.
Yeah. All right, Brandon, I just didn't want to go first. You want to go last or next?
I'm good. I can go next.
Okay. All right, Brandon, I'll give you the mouse. Also, just got to respect the name game that both Travis and Bryn have for these, which I put on the screen for people to see.
Okay.
But, all right, Bryn, what do you got?
All right, so we're playing a...
Underworld Support.
I'm on the wrong side of the table, and everything's going to be upside down.
Oh, sure. No, you just tell you Underworld Support.
Yeah, so we're playing an Underworld Support deck, which honestly, it wasn't at the beginning. But then I realized that because the Shining Trapezohedron and Dexter both say that the title has to be, I can't...
Okay, yeah.
I can't Dexter a thing into the same title, and I also can't play the card if I try to Trapezohedron it and fail.
Oh, man,
I realized...
Oh, yeah, copies of that card,
my deck was already looking like an Underworld Support deck. The only thing I had 2 of was the Shining Trapezohedron and, Dario Elamine.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you that?
Because I gotta do something.
Why?
I gotta do something with the money I'm saving.
Yeah, he's gonna get so much money.
Yeah. So in the name of doing things with the money we're saving, we've also got a copy of High Roller and a copy of Well Connected to make our brand score better. Because we don't have access to
this is incredible.
Accessory
it's
slot.
It's a big money Shining Trapezohedron Dexter deck.
Yeah. So then we've got pretty much every other card in this deck is a spell. We got the Lucky Cigarette Case because it's entirely possible that we don't see a Trapezohedron, and this helps us either find it or try to play the game anyway.
Yeah, Observe Flame.
Yeah, and then it's just
spells.
There's a lot.
Spell things.
Believe it or not, there's a whole lot of redundancy.
I mean, it's a great spell, but it's just so funny to see Shards of the Void in the list.
Just hanging out.
Yeah,
there's a whole ton of redundancy in purple effects.
Yeah.
So, you can just play one of most of it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really hurt. We're playing Sword Cane because it's a sweet card with Dexter.
Yeah.
Scroll of Secrets and Scroll of Prophecies, like Justin was, to try to help us find our Trapezohedron, which the the Underworld support also technically does.
Yeah.
Probably not quite so well as playing 2 copies of it, but whatever, who cares? It's a Shining Trapezohedron.
Yeah. Bind monster. Let's go.
Yeah, this is also like, I bet we could pass this brain test.
Yeah, probably.
If we're passing 3s to play our cards, I bet we can pass this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I love how you need to like pass a brain 3 test twice a turn and your card does nothing.
You know? I mean, like, it does something the
I guess
first
you get to
time.
evade the guy.
Yeah, you get to evade. You get to evade the first time.
And it still attaches to it, so you gotta like live the dream. Like, can you imagine if this guy never stands up? Oh, never mind, he's gonna stand up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's sick.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a
it's
good
not.
one, friend. I like it.
It's not a terrible pile.
No,
I don't
no.
think. There's a lot of possible cool stuff that we could do with showmanship as well,
Yeah.
and you know, we've promised not to discard the trapezohedron.
I love with High Roller, you can use your money that you would pay for the item that you're gonna put out to just play it, and then be like, "All right, give that money back."
All right. Let's have it back though. Yeah.
This card's wild.
It's I mean, no, it's almost a wild.
It is almost a
Almost
wild.
a
Not quite.
Like if it was just like, I don't know, I just feel like it's like if he gave you a lightning bolt to do it, I think that would be interesting, right? Because then it's like a free actions add up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's great.
Yeah.
This is a good deck. I like this.
It's yeah, like it might actually even be fun to play.
I like the enchanted bow where you're just like, fuck having other items in play.
Dude, our other items are Scroll of Prophecy, Scroll of Secrets, and a Sword Cane. Who cares?
Okay, I guess.
Like, we're probably throwing it away to play this enchanted bow anyway.
Yes. No ritual candles.
By the way, if you're watching this video, we do have all of the decks down in the description if you wanted to look at them as well. Travis,
Yeah, sure.
do you want me to do yours?
Yeah, you can do it.
Sure. All right.
Yes, this is Norman Withers unleashes the Trapezohedron's true power.
I like this right off the bat.
Show.
The Cyclopean Hammer right off the bat. All right, why don't you...
So yeah, let me walk you through my thought process. I was like, I'm gonna play the Shining Trapezohedron. I need a way to find it. So first thought was like backpack. I was like, no, I could find it's a relic. I can find with Dr. Ellie. That might be nice. And then it doesn't take up the arcane slot.
the accessory slot.
Yeah.
So you can play your Crystalline Elder sign,
Yeah, we have
which
a relic
helps your
card.
Cyclopean Hammer.
Yeah, and I can also play. It also helps my Shining Trapezohedron to play things. Relic Hunter and Ellie allows me to have 2 Crystalline Elder signs and a Trapezohedron play at the same time.
Incredible.
So the downside to two Crystalline Elder Signs is that the second one has to seal the blue.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like it plus dude, I have 6
that's
brain
pretty
and
fair.
7 book.
Yeah.
I can just
Pretty
swing
fair,
a hammer at
just cruising
10.
around. Your
Yeah.
teammates are like, why?
Yeah, please. It's just like the Shining Trapezohedron. All right.
And we got a bunch of spells we can play. Those just kind of filled up the deck. Like the Divination is because we need to get clues. Earthly Serenity because sometimes people might die or something. I had 1 experience and 1 card slot left.
Oh yeah.
And that seemed like a nice fit. Yeah, Astral Travel is a nice one.
Discard the Shining Trapezohedron.
I'm finally I'm free.
Yeah. And then we got Blinding Light. That's a card that you can play with it.
Is that oh yeah, that was mine, level 0s. Yeah, hell yeah.
We got Hypnotic Gaze you can play with it.
Yeah.
Occult Invocation and Read the Signs are all cards that you can play with
Whoa, it's a spell.
it. Yeah.
It did make it, Travis.
It did.
Deduction.
Good. Yeah, we're also playing 2 copies of Heavy first because I didn't have anything in the body slot. And I figured that this would, like, randomly help protect Dr. Ellie and also prevent me from, like, failing my Trapezohedron test once in a while.
Hell yeah. Incredible. And Eureka, just to, replace it. Deep Knowledge to draw cards because you're in
Also,
yellow.
sometimes we're going to play Dr. Ellie. She's going to grab the hammer.
Oh yeah! It's a relic!
Yeah, that's where the Crystalline Elder Sign and the Cyclopean Hammer came in. I was like, I need some things that aren't the Trapezohedron for Ellie
And then
to
did you
get.
just you searched the relic trade and you were like,
I was like, yeah, slap one of those in here.
Pog. That's sick. Because this looks so bad.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It really does.
Showing up like, no, I think the Cyclopean Hammer is entirely fair where it is, because like when you play it in Norman,
If you don't have one of your 2 crystalline elder signs in play.
then it's kind of
I mean,
bad.
when you get the crystalline elder sign, you basically have a unexpected courage, right?
Yeah.
For your
That's-
Cyclopean
yeah.
Hammer.
It's just unexpected courage is all
All
the way down.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a deck.
This is great, man. So we have Travis's relic pile. Bryn's like, I think this is the best one. I think this is
that's
the
the
one that
most
actually like,
functional one,
yeah,
yes.
it also kind of like really embraces the trapezohedron without like, ignoring it or making a meme out of it.
I think this deck could be
I think
functional enough.
I think all these decks will win a scenario. I think all of them would, because they're all have good pieces. They just also have a shiny trapezohedron in them, right? Wow, that was fun. That was a good video. You know what? I'm glad we decided to do another one of those. If you want to see more of those, please let us know in the comments. Also, let us know cards you want to build for. I already have one right here that we came from the Patrice video today that we're going to do next time. So that's going to be a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Huge thank you to all of our patrons. Have a good one. And as always, a GG's.